I am responsible for the condition of the world that we see today. And we all are, but at least I'm going to admit it and I'm going to take responsibility. See, because I know that each of us, we're born equal, we're born with power and ability to do absolutely anything. We could change the world if we chose to do that. One person. But I didn't do that. I didn't completely live up to my potential or what was there. And I know we mostly don't do that because it sometimes is a little strange. We don't know where we're going. We're uncertain. And that's how life is supposed to be. As long as we're alive, we're going to evolve. And as we evolve, we understand more. We get more aware. We gain more awareness. And as we do that, it's our obligation then to give it back to the world. But sometimes because of our programming, we have not been allowed to do that. We feel like we're going to be seen as weird, strange, and all of that. And that's what I did. Now, see, I know this because this is the work that I do. But I also know that no matter where you are in your life, how old you are, what you have done, there is still more. There's still more that you're going to do. What's happening currently is we're moving through a spiritual revolution. That's what it is. It's a revolution. It's not about one particular party, and as we may have thought of, that's what's going on in my country right now. It's not just one party or the other. It's a spiritual revolution, meaning that we come to understand that we're all the same. We come to understand that we all have equal power. But when we don't do that, we have aberrations that grow over time, over generations, and get distorted, and then we create dictators because we haven't known who we are. And then we have a Putin who will go and invade countries because we say it's okay. We did. If we don't speak up on things, we're saying it's okay. And that's what I did. So that's why I'm responsible. And I knew this was coming. See, that's the other thing. But I couldn't. I tried to talk about it and I tried to get people to understand this. But I had to come to accept this myself because it was very odd that I would know this before it actually happened. But I did. And so I'm going to read you something that so maybe more of us will understand this. I'm going to read this, and I channeled this in 2020, May of 2020. So it's almost 2 years. You were afraid to love. Today, this message took a while to be received by Roger because he was fighting with us. Many of you may do the same. Roger was convinced there were exceptions to what we are about to say, but you will find it challenging to locate them. First of all, we are speaking to each person individually and your world collectively. Primarily, due to the current world conditions and the events in the United States, we have given you several messages on this subject, but we will summarize here. Love is the most powerful force that exists. It is powerful because it does not restrict its energy. It does not limit its energy and continues to expand because love is the absence of all judgment. If each of you come to understand and accept this concept, you would find your world will evolve exponentially. The next thing to understand is you are all born benevolent beings. And when you stray from that understanding, you have conflicts because you have chosen not to be loving. You may get the sense this message will require study, but it will be worth it. If love is the most powerful energy and you are not feeling powerful, you have been afraid to love yourself. If you think others have more than you have been afraid to love yourself. When you judge your life or experiences as bad, you believe yourself to be bad. So there is no love experience. There is so much to give you, but we will leave you with this. Every experience you have in your life, whether or not you label them good, bad, right, or wrong, all have the same purpose, which is to cause you to love yourself, and in turn, all others, as you are all one. You and your world are coming to understand this. I have known all of this. I've received this information for years and years and years, and I do my best to help others come try to get this. Uh, but I had to believe it myself. And one of the things in my message this morning, and some of you will see, I was instructed to double the price of my program, for instance, because obviously people didn't get the value of that because I wasn't owning the value of what that was and being able to tell them. But I decided that I'm going to do that. I'm going to double the price after my next thing. I'm going to double it because I want people who really understand that what is happening in the world now, we're going through also a wealth and income redistribution, a shift, a change. Those who thought they had to control everyone, are going to have to let go of that because otherwise we can't move into the new world. And those of us who thought that we didn't have enough or couldn't receive enough because we were too loving, we were too benevolent, we gave away too much, well, that has to change as well. And that is what you're witnessing in the world. However, I was brought to tears the other night when I turned on, I happened to look at BBC News and they were showing photos all over the world of people coming together. And that was the part that I was supposed to remember because I was also given that information. Chaos breeds unity. And sometimes we have to break things down and then we will have more unity. And then the only way we can do that is when we are willing to see things, when we are willing to uncover how we've been fooled, because we've all been got a bit of gaslighting. Convincing ourselves that something was different than what it was. And today I saw that I was also given the information that much more information that we did not understand will be revealed to us so that more of us can awaken. And I saw part of that today. There was here in the United States, we've had nothing but arguments and fights about our past election, which was more than 2 years ago. Why are we still doing that? Because gaslighting. Tell people something that is not true, get them to believe it, and then tell them everything else is false, and then you start to believe it, and then you will question your reality. I did that. You've probably done that. We question, and if you study history, you will see that this has gone on forever. And I knew I could see this coming like 6 years ago when I started studying all of this, and you can see this is what happens. And when we become silent, when we don't speak up, when we don't own who we are, then we can create a Putin's or a Hitler or Stalin or any other dictator or person like that believes that there's control. The new world is about moving from that, letting go of that old control, and each of us becoming more free and knowing who we are. My work, because I don't have that many years left, let's be honest. But I know that if I have my delusion, which I'm going to have, and I'm going to work with those people who truly want to know their rightful place in the world, that they own themselves, that they love themselves, that they're not worried, they're not fearful, you're going to be in a much better place. See, what I was given in my program, you got to realize, I don't know if you think you're going to live forever. You're not. None of us do. We come in for a time, we do our work, we leave a legacy, and then we're gone. But we might as well think about what that's going to be, because that is the spiritual revolution that we're going through right now. We're moving through it, and you will be fine. That's what you keep telling me. I keep getting that message. You will be fine. I hope this helps you. I want you to understand what's happening, because we're still going to be moving through this period for a while. But that, again, like I've always said, it is the best time to go inside and work on yourself and build up your belief in who you are.